Welcome, everyone, to our Blessing of the Animals service. We take time today to give our thanks and bless our companions in life. There we go. Cats and dogs, birds and chickens, turtles and fish, and so much more. This ritual acknowledges that our lives are made fuller and richer by the creatures that inhabit the earth with us, not just those that live with us. Animal blessings originate out of the Catholic tradition, in honor of the teachings and the spirit of St. Francis de Assisi. Many Unitarian Universalist congregations have adopted this ritual as a meaningful expression of our faith and our values. So we come together today to acknowledge how our lives are blessed by our animal friends and to express our gratitude for their presence in our life.
The Calling of the Creatures by Reverend Ian Riddell. Come hoof and trunk and tail and horn and paw and wing and claw. Come bird and reptile, mammal born, all full of nature's law. Bring bark and crow and ribbit too, and silent stare and hiss. Bring purr and trill and warble too, and voice no ear can miss. We gather here, each life and all, to celebrate and sing, to honor creature large and small. 'Tis holiness we bring.
Now please rise in body or spirit.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
We've got a land acknowledgement.
Sorry. You're jumping the gun, man. In a spirit of reverence, we acknowledge that we gather this morning on the land of the Kumeyaay. As we light this candle, we affirm our commitment to cultivate meaningful relationships with the people of this land and to work together for justice and equity. We're having a fight here.
Now please, let's sing hymn 203.
Good morning and welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Church of San Diego, where we worship each Sunday in the South Bay, in Hillcrest, and online. Our mission is to create community, nurture spiritual growth, and act on our values to help heal the world. I am Susan Bond. I use the pronouns she and her, and I'm serving as one of our worship associates this morning. If you are visiting, I want to extend to you a special welcome. I invite you to fill out the visitor form in your order of service and return it to the welcome table. And if you are joining us online, you can still fill out a visitor form in the link on the live stream page or in the YouTube service description. We would love to connect with you. If you've been coming for a while and are starting to feel like this is your spiritual home, consider becoming a member of this beloved community. You can learn more about becoming a member at the welcome table or by contacting Valeria Aguilar, our membership coordinator.
So you may have noticed we don't have a screen today, so want to make sure you know that lyrics are on the back of your order of service if you need them. And for our welcome ritual, your response is, "You are welcome here." Welcome to this space. Bring all of who you are, in all the beauty of languages, cultures, and skin tones that come together in your uniqueness. You are welcome here. In all the ways you experience and express gender. You are welcome here. In the beauty that is who you love and how you love. You are welcome here. In all the ways you live and move and experience your embodied self.
You are welcome here.
With all the religious and ethical traditions that inform your spiritual life.
You are welcome here.
Together may we live into our shared values with love at the center. Welcome. So I invite you now, if you'd like to, we have lots of special guests with us this morning. So I want to invite you to greet your neighbor. You can rise and bow to your spirit. If it's an animal friend, just always ask permission before, but I invite you to say good morning to each other and greet each other.
Let's rise in our spirits. Let's sing our first UU church hymn.
Esperanza, fe y amor, verdad y belleza cantando de cada tierra, cada voz.
be the spirit of this church. May the quest for truth be its sacrament and service be its prayer, to dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to help one another in fellowship. This is our aspiration. Que el amor sea la doctrina de esta iglesia, la búsqueda de la verdad su sacramento y el servicio su oración. Vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad con libertad y ayudarnos mutuamente en comunidad. A eso aspiramos.
Good morning, friends. Good morning. Oh, I have to fight the ramp in the wild today. So, friends, I'd like to invite any of the children or youth who'd like to come up and join me for a time for all ages. And since we don't have a screen, I'm going to sit on the floor on my blanket. Thank you very much. I need an extra hand. Let's put it this way. Sorry. And if you want to sit, you can sit next to me or behind me if you want to see the pictures. Oh, Ethan, I need to go right there in the middle if I can. Thank you. I'm going to sit right here. And then there's some space up here on the bench if you want to look over my shoulder, too. That way everybody can see the pictures. Can you see okay? So we're thinking about our animal companions and how they change our lives. And this is the perfect book for that. It's called Rescue and Jessica, A Life-Changing Friendship. Those of you out there will just have to imagine the pictures in your head. On a special farm in the countryside, a puppy named Rescue was in training. He was learning to help people who could not see, but he was worried. His trainer had just said, "You aren't meant to be a seeing eye dog." That was hard for Rescue to hear. Helping people who can't see was the family business. "The service dog team is better for you," his trainer says. "Service dogs work beside their partners instead of in front of them." "I will be a good service dog," or will I be a good service dog? Rescue wondered. "What will my new partner be like? Will she like me?" Rescue didn't want to let anyone down. In a hospital in the city, a girl named Jessica was worried. Both of her legs were badly hurt. Everyone hoped her right leg would heal, but the doctors had to remove part of her left leg so she could be healthy again. "You're an amputee now, Jessica," the doctor explained. "You'll have to wear a prosthetic leg or use a wheelchair for the rest of your life." That was hard to hear. She had only ever walked on her own two legs. "How will I do things on my own?" Jessica wondered. "When will I be able to walk again? What will my life be like?" Her whole family was worried about her, and she didn't want to let anyone down. Back in the country, Rescue was learning how to be a service dog. When he wore his blue cape, that meant he was in training. He had to stay by his partner's side. He fetched all kinds of things. He even learned how to open doors. "Rescue, you're a natural," said his trainer. At the hospital, Jessica was learning new ways to do things that used to come easily. She used a wheelchair to get around. She practiced getting out of bed differently. She put on a prosthetic leg so she could stand. She was learning how to walk again, even though her right leg still hurt. "Jessica, you are becoming strong," said her doctors. Rescue was proud of all he had accomplished, but he still worried. He was named in honor of a brave firefighter. He had big shoes to fill. Rescue wanted to help people just like his namesake. Jessica knew she had made a lot of progress, but she was frustrated and sad about the things she still couldn't do. She wondered if she would ever be happy again. She felt like the changes were too big, too much. One day, a visitor came to see Jessica, and she brought her service dog, Kuriga. Jessica saw how smart the dog like Kuriga could help her. That very day, she started filling out the application to ask for a dog of her own. After a while, Jessica got some very exciting news. Rescue got exciting news too. He also got a new red cape. Finally, the big day arrived. It's nice to meet you, Rescue," said Jessica. She looked so nice and so pretty, Rescue thought. Rescue stood up very tall. He hoped she didn't notice his legs were trembling, but his wagging tail gave him away. Jessica smiled a big smile and laughed a big laugh for the first time in a long time. Jessica and Rescue stayed in the country for a few weeks, and Rescue showed her all the things he could do. "You're amazing," Jessica told Rescue. "You think I'm amazing?" Rescue thought. "I think you're amazing." Back in the city, Rescue and Jessica got used to working together. Rescue brought her the things she needed. He opened things that were hard for her to reach. Rescue barked if Jessica needed someone. If she tripped, he would hold steady so she could get back up. Rescue and Jessica were always together, but when she didn't need his help, Rescue really liked to sleep. Jessica knew that even though Rescue was special, he was a regular dog too. She made sure that he had playtime every day. But Jessica still wasn't completely healthy. One day, her doctor told her that her right leg would have to be removed too. She would need to wear 2 prosthetic legs. This didn't get any easier for Jessica to hear. The night after the doctor removed her leg, Rescue knew just what to do to help Jessica all on his own. For those who can't see, he's just laying with her in bed. Rescue and Jessica had to start all over again. Slowly but surely, they learned how to do all the things they needed to do together. They did chores together, played together, and snuggled together. For the first time in a long time, Jessica felt happy, and that made Rescue happy too. "You changed my life," she said. "I couldn't have done this without you." "I'm so proud of us," Rescue thought. "You rescued me," Jessica said. But the truth was, they had rescued each other. The end. Oh. And friends, just so you know, this is a true story. It was written by Jessica. That's the real Jessica and the real Rescue there with her husband Patrick. So that was her real story. I hope you liked it, and I hope we know that our animals are just as much a part of our family and help us as much as sometimes we feel like we take care of and help them. And friends, we're going to say our affirmation first. We'll say it in English and Spanish. And I think our congregation might really need your help because they don't have the words. And then, don't go anywhere. We're going to bless your animals before we leave. So first, we're going to stand up, and I need your help with your hands. Are you ready? We are Unitarian Universalists, a people of open minds, loving hearts, and welcoming hands. Somos unitarios universalistas. Personas de mentes abiertas, corazones amorosos, y manos que dan la bienvenida. And before we leave, any children or youth who are going to go to RE and have some animals or stuffed animals or pictures to be blessed, we're going to come up, and Reverend Kristen is going to do us first.
All right. Do any of you have something you want to tell me your names? What's your friend's name? Horsey. Who else do we have with us?
My bears.
Bears. It looks like we have another friend over here. So I want you to imagine just like how much you love your friends, and we're going to say a blessing, and I want you to help bless those animals. So we bless you, and we thank you for your presence in our life, and we ask that all of the days of your life be good. All right. I hope you have a wonderful class, and thanks for bringing your friends in with us. Okay.
All right, friends, any children or youth who would like to join me and their leaders will head up the ramp to our groups.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Justine, one of your ministers. And I have a bunch of announcements this morning. It's just a busy time of year, and I'm going to give them in a different order, so you'll have to pay attention. We have a campus tour this morning. This is an opportunity to see some of the wonderful gems of this campus. Liz Jones will be your tour guide, and she would like to meet you over in front of the meeting house after you get some coffee, and then she will take you on a tour, and she also really knows the history, so you are in luck spending that time with Liz. You know, when Dale and I started attending our congregation in Northborough, Massachusetts, our first time there was Christmas Eve, 1996. Not something we'll forget. And we immediately felt at home. And we went back the next Sunday and the next and the next and kept going. Really didn't miss a Sunday until I entered seminary about 15 years later. I mean, we would plan our vacations around when the choir was singing, so we would not miss any choir rehearsals. So it was important. That's the point of that story. It was important. And then, so we were there Christmas Eve, and then March was their pledge drive. And they said, okay, our pledge drive is starting, and you will receive something in the mail from us with your pledge card so that you can make your pledge. And we waited, and nothing came. And so then we asked, where's our information about making our pledge? And they said, oh, you're new. You don't need to worry about that. I don't know if you've met me, but I am not easily deterred. So I kept asking, whom do I talk to make our pledge? We want to make our pledge. You know, we're coming here every Sunday. This place is important to us. And they said, oh, you got to talk to Ruth. And then I went to, Ruth said, oh, you got to talk to Brian. And I've never worked so hard in my life to give money away. We're not doing that here. We want to make it easy for you to share from your abundance with this community that is so important to all of you and to all of us. And today, it's even easier because we have these beautiful pledge cards and the basket, the box with the poster on the sides available so that you can make your pledge before you leave today, which would make my heart glad. So I'm asking you. They say that Unitarian Universalists aren't very good at raising money sometimes because we don't ask. I'm asking. I'm asking you. You know you're going to give. Please do it soon. Do it today, because the sooner we finish that, we can move on to other things. And most importantly, we can begin planning for next year. We base our budget on the pledges that we receive. So we really need you to make your pledge today. If you have questions, you can see me over there. But it would just be wonderful. I see someone right now taking a card. It's like if we were on PBS, the phones would start ringing in the background, right? But we're not going to stop programming until you give and play reruns of Peter, Paul, and Mary singing. I promise. We're not going to do that yet. So please give. Give a gift that makes your heart glad, not out of obligation, but out of love for this community. And then we will have all that we need to serve the mission of this beloved congregation. Amen? Amen. Friends, I have a sad announcement to share. Our beloved longtime member, Peggy Hall, died on Friday evening at home, which was her wish. I understand that it was peaceful. She did not linger. And yet our hearts are very sad. We will miss her. She has been such an important member of this community. She and her husband, who passed a couple of years ago, we will miss her. We will honor her. But just know that this has happened. We're in touch with her daughter Karen and son Brian, and we'll be in touch with you all about how we will honor her. At some point in the next couple of weeks, we'll extinguish the chalice for her, and sometime we will have a celebration of life. But please hold them all and each other in your hearts as we grieve this loss. Next Sunday, and we have lay ministers available after our service to offer a listening presence. This morning, our lay minister is Michael. Michael should be there, and he's wearing that lovely yellow stole. And of course, Reverend Kristen and I are also here for you, always. Two things happening next Sunday that are also important. Next Sunday is when we celebrate All Souls Day and Dia de los Muertos. So here at the Hillcrest campus, we will have an All Souls service at the usual time, 10 a.m. And you are invited to bring a photograph or some other memento of a loved one, and we will create an altar where you can place your object. And if you're going to do that, please come a little bit early so we can set the altar up before worship begins. So that's next Sunday, November 2nd. Our own Reverend Craig Darling will preach, and we will lead worship together with all of you. So that's here at Hillcrest. And next Sunday afternoon at 2 in our South Bay campus, we will have a Dia de los Muertos service. So opportunities for us to remember and honor our ancestors in community. Also next Sunday, immediately after worship, about 11:30 to 12:30 in Bard Hall, our contract to call team will share information with us about the process that you all will use to decide if you will call Reverend Kristen to be your associate minister, to be one of your 2 called ministers. You might remember I'm here as a transitional minister. I'll be here for 2 more years, and then I'll be replaced with the next lead minister. So this is a separate process, and it might seem a little confusing. So next Sunday, the contract to call team will hold space to kind of explain the process to us, answer your questions, and lay out the timeline for going forward. This process of discernment is an opportunity for you to decide if you want a different relationship between you and Reverend Kristen, not one of contract. Currently, she's under contract for 2 years at a time, but a relationship of covenant. So it's a very important and sacred process of discernment that we will be entering into. And I invite you to begin that journey with us next Sunday, and then in the weeks following, you'll be invited into small group discussions. Now, you might notice that we are having this conversation about Kristen with her in the room. And that's a little weird, right? It's kind of weird. Okay, so it's going to be a little weird. It's just going to be weird. You know, we want to do this thing in an open and careful way, and there's no way to have it be both private and open. It's hard to do both, right? So the way that we can do that with integrity and with compassion is to have some, I won't call them rules because we don't like rules. We have to have some agreements about how we're going to be together. And this is what I ask of you. If you find yourself with questions or feeling anxious or worried, let me be your minister about that. And let's allow Kristen some space to kind of have her opportunity for discernment. There will be opportunities, I promise you, to speak with Kristen about her ministry. That will absolutely be part of the process. But growing up, we lived near this venue where famous people would come and do shows. And because it was the town next to ours, we would sometimes see them in the supermarket. And my mother would say, "Leave that poor man alone." So I want to kind of, sorry, I didn't mean to say it with such venom, but she would, be quite assertive about that. Leave Jerry Lewis alone. So that's kind of what comes to mind, that, when you see Kristen in the supermarket or on the receiving line, resist the urge to ask her about this. Can we agree to that? Would that be okay with folks? But I promise you, we will ask, we will answer, we will respond to all questions, and I will be here to guide us through. That's why I'm here, to help you through moments like this. So I know that was a long spiel from me, but it's important. So don't forget, pledges today would be great. It would be so wonderful to wrap this up, and I'm going to invite Valeria up. Valerie, who's going to do the offering words. I don't think did I forget anything?
Oh, the South Bay announcement.
Oh, the South Bay announcement. I think you should make the South Bay announcement.
So I know we've had a lot of announcements, but I feel like we have to share this. So the conditional use permit from the City of Chula Vista was approved this week for the South Bay location. Woo! We have been working for almost a year, but what's so important about this, it means that when the food pantry moves this week, we will only miss 1 week of orientation, and we will be distributing food again on November 8th. In a time where so many folks are losing benefits and losing access to food, we'll be able to continue the pantry. So excited that came through. The other really good news, we matched fully our grant, the Spirit Level Foundation, to cover all the expenses for the move. So thank you so much for your generosity.
Nobody been using this thing. Oh, okay, there we go. One way we live our values is by sharing our offering each week with a local organization working for justice. Today, we are sharing our offering with the Interfaith Shelter Network. ISN has been opening their doors for nearly 4 decades. Through their rotational shelter program, they offer more than just a place to sleep. Individuals and families experiencing homelessness receive meals, hygiene support, transportation, and case management, all within the safety and dignity of a welcoming faith community. This year, First UU has partnered with the network as a support congregation. You can give through text to give at 619-330-3040. You can also donate this morning in person through cash or check or online on our church's website, firstuusandiego.org. Thank you for your generosity. This morning's offering will now be gratefully received.
Hazme un instrumento de tu paz. Donde haya odio, lleve yo tu amor. Donde haya ofensa, lleve yo el perdón. Donde hay discordia, yo la unión. Hazme un instrumento de tu paz. Donde haya duda, lleve yo la fe. Donde haya error, lleve la verdad. Donde haya oscuridad, lleve la luz. Maestro, ayúdame a nunca buscar ser consolado, sino consolar, ser comprendido, sino comprender, ser amado, sino amar. Hazme un instrumento de tu paz. Donde haya duda, lleve yo la fe. Donde haya error, lleve la verdad. Donde haya oscuridad, lleve la luz. Maestro, ayúdame a nunca buscar ser consolado, sino consolar, ser comprendido, sino comprender, ser amado, sino amar. Hazme un instrumento de tu paz.
San Diego County is recognized as the most biodiverse county in the continental United States. Over 500 species of birds have been observed in the county due to our mild climate, our wide variety of ecosystems, and being situated on the Pacific Flyway, which is a major north-south migratory route. The author Sam Keene has written eloquently about the pull that observing birds has on those of us who dedicate a large part of our lives to the pastime of bird watching, also known as birding. In his book, he tells of becoming fascinated as a child by a beautiful bird, the indigo bunting, and how that led him to a lifelong love of winged messengers of the sacred. He writes, I am walking around a small lake in Glen Ellen, California. As I approach the shore, a pair of mallards paddle away, staying as close together as high school sweethearts. A lone swimmer is too far out in the lake to be identified. I focus my binoculars on it, and my field of vision is entirely occupied by what? A new bird to me. Immediately, I become single-minded and concentrate on memorizing its appearance. The most memorable feature is the hairdo, a brown bushy crest. Consulting my field guide, I rule out various species and conclude that I am in the presence of a female hooded merganser. As I continue to study her, I lose all self-consciousness and conclude that I am in the presence of a beautiful but alien being. As I continue to study her, I feel a strange sense of being honored and receiving a gift of her presence. My instinct is to bow down and pay homage, clasp my hands in the ancient gesture of greeting, Namaste, Namaste. I am not the only one to express gratitude this way. Birders are blessed with a special kind of vision of the world, the capacity to see eternity in the precision flying of a flock of blackbirds. Birders are unusually susceptible to the emotion of awe. When swept away by the appearance of a previously unseen bird, they enter an altered state of consciousness and experience a momentary state of grace. Birders are devoted to the pursuit of joyful revelations of what is beautiful and sacred. The beauty of winged creatures leads them from sensual enjoyment to reverence for life. The secret of life is in plain sight. If we observe with a reverent eye, we may realize that all events, persons, and things are at once ordinary and sacred, factual and sacramental. And an indigo bunting may be enough to inspire a never-ending quest for the sacred.
Thank you, Susan, for that beautiful reminder that animals are not just our pets, they're part of every part of our lives, and this day is about honoring our relationship with the entire interdependent web. At this time in the service, we want to honor the lives of our pets and our animal companions who are no longer with us, who've died. We want to make space for our grief and for our longing, and to honor the memories and the love we shared with our companions. So I invite you to just take a moment and turn within, maybe perhaps to close your eyes, and I invite you to bring to mind an animal that's no longer with us. Remember their spirit. See in your mind's eye their eyes. Maybe feel the texture of their fur or feathers, scales or skin. Recall for a moment the joyous times that you spent together. Now, as you feel called, I want to invite you to call those names into our space. And as you are naming these beloveds who are no longer with us, I'm going to be placing salt in water to represent our tears and that they can be held here in community. So please name your beloveds. for all those beloveds who have been named, and all those names that remain unspoken in our own hearts and minds. We offer our gratitude and our love. Although our pets are no longer with us in body, we honor the love and connection that continues in our hearts. Blessed be. I invite you to join us now in a responsive hymn, Comfort Me, to help just hold this space for our grief.
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Consuélame, 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 oh alma mía. Consuélame, 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 oh alma mía. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Canta conmigo, canta conmigo, canta conmigo, alma mía. Canta conmigo, canta conmigo, canta conmigo, alma mía. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul.
My name is Valerie Jaquist. I am a member of the Animal Ministry, one of your, what do we call it, worship associates this morning. And I brought my small dog with me. Yes, at my ranch, 70 pounds is small. This is Virgil. Everything I need to know about life, I learned from my horses. Horses really have taught me a lot. Both my own and my clients' horses have shaped the way I move through the world and interact with other people. There are a few things that I've learned, a lot of things that I've learned, and I could stand up here for hours, but we'll just go over 3. Trust. To spend time with horses is to learn to trust in a special sort of way. At its very best, the trust is mutual. Two beings lacking a common language communicate with touch and ear twitches, low sighs and held breath, each trusting the other's judgment. Humility. Horses are really good at humbling humans. Right about the time you think you've got it all figured out and get comfortable, they throw something unexpected. I was humbled pretty good by my own young stallion last year. I was grooming him in preparation for doing some ranch sorting, and he was highly distracted. There's other horses around. He's looking over there, not looking at me. I kept trying to get him to move over. I'm cueing him, and he's just not paying attention. And I smacked him in the butt with that brush I was holding in my hand. For me, I was just saying, hey, pay attention. Oh, but he was shocked. He was not expecting that. He'd forgotten I was there. And he kicked. Both barrels, both feet came flying. One hoof passed by my right ear. The other one clipped my upper arm, tore my shirt. My friend, who saw the whole thing, said my life flashed before her eyes. I recognized my mistake immediately, and I have not repeated it. Courage. Courage is being scared and doing it anyway. Swinging one's leg over the back of half a ton of horse flesh is an act of courage every time. But that trust and humility come in handy. Trusting the horse and trusting myself and my body. Knowing I've gotten through the unknown before. Knowing I can feel my horse's confidence and hear his questions. Humble to know I don't know it all. Knowing that I must stay calm even in the face of certain death, because only one of us gets to freak out at a time, and it's never my turn. The defining quirk of good horse people is that no matter what happens, it's never the horse's fault. We strive to do better every day. I heard a story of a famous cellist who, at something over 90 years old, was asked why he still practiced every day. With a smile, he answered, I think I've almost got it. I hope someday I feel the same about my relationship with my horses.
So now, for all the blessings that we receive, we're going to offer our blessings in return. So perhaps you have your animal companion with you today. And if you do, I invite you to maybe place a hand on them or look in their eyes. If you have a picture, you can also bless a picture or a stuffed animal, or even just imagine your friend in your mind's eye. Here is our blessing. I bless you and give thanks for your presence in my life. So take a moment. I bless you and give thanks for your presence in my life. Beautiful. And now, if you want to bring an animal forward, they can come forward for a blessing. Could it be your animal, stuffed animal picture, anything that represents your animal companion? I'll ask you their name, and I'll offer some words of blessing. Thank you so much for bringing all of your beloveds into this space and all these blessings. I invite you now to join us in a communal blessing for all animals. For our beloved companions, for those animals who are with us today, for those who are in our hearts, and for all animals of the earth, sky, and sea. Spirit of life and love, bless these animals. May they know the joys of being alive and receive comfort when they suffer. May they be respected and cared for, and may they feel our gratitude and our companionship. May we be reminded that we are kin, connected in an interconnected web of life. May we be called to offer our love, respect, and compassion to all living beings. Blessed be. And rise and bow to your spirit for our closing hymn, number 1010, We Give Thanks.
We bless these animals we love. Reverend Kristen Robinson. Spirit of life, help us to remember that we live and work and love among the animals. Help us to be their friends, to love them and care for them and protect them from harm, to thank them when we use their lives for ours. Especially this morning, Spirit of life, bless these animals who are our companions. Hear our outpouring of love and gratitude for all your creatures. We bless these animals we love. We pledge to care for them tenderly and faithfully, and to remember that we are not alone on this earth.